Good day folks, Sean here from Air Photography. So today DJI is launching some new power stations. They're launching two, the DJI Power 1000 and the DJI Power 500. Now in this video we're going to primarily focus on the 1000 model. And I must apologize, I am filming near a highway and there's a lot of background noise all of a sudden. But anyways, that's okay. And with the launch of these new power stations, there's a ton of accessories to help you get the most out of it and configure it to exactly how you need it. For example, we've got a nice carrying case that is available. There are solar panels that will be available. And there's a few accessories that allow you to fast charge your drones, which we will take a look at here in a minute. The nice thing about this case is it has a carry pocket on the front, so you can keep all the accessories and cables in there nicely so you don't lose them. The case has a nice carry handle, and you can actually use the power station while it's in the case. It has some venting on the side that you can open up. It allows it to stay cool and get air into the vents. We can even lift up this flap here to give us full access to all the ports. But for the sake of this video, I am going to remove it from the case just so we can get a good look at the unit. The DJI Power 1000 is not overly big. It is very manageable. Comes in at 13 kilograms, so it's not overly heavy. Has two handles at the side to make it easy to transport. Plus you have the case that can make it easy to carry as well. Now, if you're in the US, this has a 2200 max watt output. Now it can peak all the way up to 4400 watts, so there is lots of power there. And there's a couple different options when it comes to charging. They have two forms of fast charging. You can see here we have a switch. One says 600 watts, one says 1200 watts. So you can recharge this at 600 watts or you can recharge it at 1200 watts. At 1200 watts, you can have this thing fully recharged in 70 minutes. You can have it all the way up to 80% in 50 minutes. And on top of that, what else is important is that it has a lifespan rating of 4,000 charges. Theoretically, you could recharge this every day and use it for well over a decade. So you know when you purchase a product like this, you're going to get good longevity out of it. Now, most likely it is going to long outlive any of the devices you're trying to power up. Now, of course, it has all the basic connections that we would expect on a device like this. We have our AC ports, two AC ports. We have two USB-A ports, both of them are at 24 watts. We have two USB-C ports and they can be combined at 140 watts. Here we have our charging port. That's the main charging port if you're going to be charging it from the electrical grid. And then over here we have two what are called SDC ports. And this is where you're going to do a lot of the specialty charging. This is where you would plug in your solar panels, your car charger, and they're going to have other accessories for it as well to help expand its capabilities. But that's also where you would do the fast charging of your drones, which we're going to take a look at here in a second. So of course, when it comes to things like drones and cameras, smartphones, they can all be plugged into the USB-C there. And of course, just go ahead and they'll charge up. Or you can plug them into the USB-A there for smaller devices. And again, you can just go ahead and charge things up like normal. But the really nice thing about this setup is that you can fast charge your drone batteries. Now, I'm not sure exactly what drones are going to be compatible. I know for sure that the Mavic 3 series is, the Air 3, the Inspire 3, and the Matrice series. And there's specialty cables that you can order depending on what drone you have. And these are the cables here. This is the one for the Mavic 3 batteries, and this is one for the Air 3. You can charge two batteries at a time. You can use both of those ports at the same time. All you do is plug the cable in. In the case of the Mavic 3, it has a little cradle that the battery sits in, just like that there. And the Air 3 cable, same thing, plugs into the port, and then it just connects directly to the battery like that. So if you do a lot of drone flying and you need your batteries recharged quickly, this is a great solution. But not only while you're charging them this way with the fast charger, you could plug your other batteries into the regular USB-C charging. The speed advantage of charging this way is fairly substantial. In the case of the Mavic 3, you can charge from 10% all the way up to 95% in 32 minutes. And this method is very safe for your drone batteries. You will not do any damage to your batteries fast charging them in this method. This thing also functions as a UPS, an uninterrupted power supply. So if you have this plugged into the power grid and it's powering a computer or laptop and the hydro goes out, this thing will automatically turn on and keep your equipment powered up. So a device like this is great for many different scenarios, whether you're a content creator, drone pilot, RC enthusiast. I use these to charge up my RC vehicles as well when I'm not around traditional power. And I've even used it to charge an e-bike. And that can be very beneficial if you ride an e-bike and you're camping, you're not on a service lot. That can keep your e-bike powered up and keep you riding. And what can make them really valuable is if you do a lot of camping, road tripping, perhaps you're not around traditional power, you can purchase one of their optional solar panels to keep this thing powered up. And you can actually connect quite a few different solar panels to it. This particular one here I have is 100 watts. They are going to sell more powerful ones as well. I'm not sure exactly what will all be available. If you do decide you do want a solar panel, they do offer these solar panel adapters. Again, it plugs into that same port. And with this adapter, you can actually connect 3 different solar panels. And you can connect 3 different solar panels to each one of these ports for a total of 6 solar panels. Each one of those ports can support up to 400 watts for a total of 800 watts of charging. So if you're a person who's going to be consuming a lot of power when off grid, that can be very important. On the side here, we have connections for different accessories, including the solar panel connector. That can actually bolt to the side. It has all the necessary components included in the box to attach that to the side if you're going to be using it on a regular basis. If you're only going to be using it once in a while, then you may not want to attach it to the side. I've already mentioned this in a few other videos. This summer, I'm filming a new outdoor channel, an outdoor adventure channel. I'm going to be living off-grid, no power, so having a portable power station is going to be extremely important. This is going to keep all my drones and filming equipment powered up, my e-bike powered up, my iPad for editing and uploading to YouTube. So this is perfect timing for me. I'm going to be making good use of this summer. So yeah, that is the DJI Power 1000. As mentioned, they have one called the DJI Power 500. It's a little bit smaller. So for those of you who are in the market for a power station but want something a little smaller, it functions pretty well the same. You can connect solar panels to it. It has the fast charging ports. It's just a little smaller and perhaps more manageable for some people in some scenarios. Well folks, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.